Henderson, Kentucky has many wonderful aspects. Waterpond State Park, horse racing, and beautiful scenery. Plentiful water activities take place on the Ohio River. If you haven't discovered Henderson, Kentucky, then it's time you did.
For the past 7 years, I've traveled the country. I've seen many things that the average listener won't believe, and many of you may call me a liar. But the stories I'm going to share with you in this series are 100% legitimate and true. I've documented many adventures, and I've caught many paranormal encounters on tape.
How?
What was that? But when you live on the road, the unexpected happens quite often. And these are my experiences that I did not happen to get on camera. We hope you enjoy these stories, and I hope you keep them in mind when you travel. These stories are my warning to you that not everything is as it seems. This first story I would like to share with you happened towards the beginning of our adventures. We had just hit the road for the first time in our RV, with the first real taste of freedom in my mouth and the open road in front of me. The opportunities were endless. We had just left Florida, and all we knew to do was go north. We were just two kids with nowhere to go and endless time to kill. As soon as we got on the open road, we decided to name the RV the Mothership, and we'd spend the rest of our lives on the open roads of America seeing the prettiest sights you could see. After a few days of driving, with no destination in mind, me, Gina, and our 2 road dogs ended up in Kentucky, right in the middle of nowhere, in some national forest. We figured before we lost service in the sticks we were in, we'd use our phone and see if there was anything worth going to nearby. Google showed us a beautiful waterfall. Me and Gina both said, hell yeah, that's what we're doing today. The dogs are gonna love it. So off we went, following our GPS, trusting completely that it would take us to our destination. It had us take a couple turns on our way into the national forest, until we came across an overgrown, unkempt dirt road, and something told us our GPS was going to take us down this dirt road. And we were right. The GPS had us go down this dirt road for about 25-30 minutes, and the longer we went down this road, the more uncertain we became that these were the correct directions to get there. Keep in mind that this is a 30-minute drive all the way into a desolate forest. After some careful driving while avoiding huge potholes, we finally arrived at the GPS location, and it took us to a dead-end road in the middle of the woods. No waterfall in sight, which was fine for us. It was all part of the adventure, right? After a short conversation, me and Gina decided we'd get out and explore. Hell, maybe we'll even camp here for the night. We got the dogs ready and filled the backpack with water and snacks. Then we set off into the forest in search of this waterfall. Not far from where we parked was an old footpath, overgrown and enticing me to follow it. So off we went. Everything around us was extremely overgrown and ended up not even being a path anymore about 100 feet into the woods. The whole way along the path I had to use a stick to get rid of so many spiders and webs, which told me no one has been out here for quite a long time. We could hear running water in the distance, but not wanting to end up as a statistic, we decided not to deviate from the short path we were on. We reluctantly turned around, back towards the RV. On the way back, we figured, Why not stay the night here? So I told Gina, let's head back, get comfy for the night and chill. While arriving back at our RV, Gina went back in the house with our dog Navi, and she was going to set the house up for us and get everything ready for the evening. I let her know that I was going to explore a little bit more with our dog Buddy. I told Gina I wouldn't go far, and off me and Buddy went. But the second we stepped out of the RV, Buddy and I both felt an unnerving presence. I immediately told Gina that I had a really weird feeling. I didn't know why. I told her that me and Buddy were going to scan the area one more time. As I'm walking with Buddy and scanning the tree line, I could tell that Buddy could sense whatever I was sensing as well, as every hair on his back was standing up. He was on full alert mode, right by my side. And then the unthinkable happened. Me and Buddy both locked eyes with a stranger. A lone man in the woods, maybe late 30s, early 40s. Jet black, short, greasy hair. No beard and clean shave, but completely covered head to toe in dirt, wearing more rags than clothes. Once we locked eyes with this man, we didn't look away. When I initially noticed him, I froze for a moment, but Buddy stepping in front of me brought me right back. We stood our ground and just looked at this stranger. He had a look of pure hatred in his eyes for us. After an intense couple of seconds, I asked this stranger if he was alright, and I got no response. Just his blank, hateful stare into my soul. Something told me if I backed down or showed fear, it might not go well for us. Something about this man just screamed bad intentions. I sensed something almost inhuman from his very soul. With my best friend by my side, and the love of my life in the RV behind me we needed to protect, I summoned all of my courage, and I told the man, if you take one step near us, I'm gonna let my dog go, and we're both gonna really mess you up. The man responded with the same hateful stare he's been giving me for the past 2 minutes. And then he did one of the strangest things I think I've ever seen anyone do in my life. This man, or thing, or whatever the hell he was, started walking backwards into the woods, locking eyes with me the entire time. You have to understand that these woods are dense, and he never once hit any trees or bushes and navigated the forest like he had eyes in the back of his head. It was extremely supernatural. He kept going until I couldn't see him anymore, navigating backwards into the brush, disappearing. From behind me, I hear Gina's voice calling out to me. That shit was weird. I'd like to leave now. I said, yeah, let's go. Me and Buddy jumped in the RV, slamming the door behind us and locking every door and window. With a twist of my key, we were off. We felt a lot more secure inside of the mothership, but it was going to be a long and slow drive out, given the entire dirt road was washboarded and had plenty of potholes in it. We were locked in tight though, going about 15 miles an hour trying to get the hell out of there, leaving with one weird and creepy story. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to this. Again, these are true stories, and this is just one story of many. I've had some very creepy experiences in this world I'd like to share with you. And, just be careful out there. Sorry it's been so long since we haven't been on here. Life gets in the way sometimes, But we're pretty stable right now, and I think we have the time to make these videos. But that was just part one of this new series. I got plenty more coming at you. Black Sheep Travels, out of here.